But I was given my first Brownie camera when I was 7, and absolutely fell in love with taking pictures. And because I could not afford to process film then, it didn't last all that long unless I could beg money out of people to process pictures. And for a 7-year-old, at least for this 7-year-old, I wasn't really patient about taking the photo, sending it into Kodak to be developed, and then sending it home. So it was, it got my juices going, but it wasn't anything I could continue to do because nobody in my family was a photographer. Mm-hmm. But it definitely got started there, and then of course I continued on, drawing and doing every kind of art project I possibly could. I used to work in a ceramic shop, and I used to throw pots, and so I dabbled in a lot of different things, but definitely ended up in digital art. That's my love right now. My daughter, who went to the Academy of Art in college in San Francisco, got a degree in animation, and as part of that, even though she hated doing art when she was younger, didn't want to get outside the lines, she got exposed to every type of art, and that's exactly what an artist should do. I'm really inspired by artists who are just starting out, and I love to watch their progress. Part of what I do in my current life right now is I'm the president of a camera club. There's 138 members, and one of my very favorite things to do is to nurture people coming in who might just take with a cell phone, who are embarrassed because they don't have a big camera like everybody else, and just reassure them and give them the confidence to be who they are, whatever they want to do, to find their passion and to support that. And that's really what I'm inspired by, or new artists finding new directions. Cell phones nowadays, as you know, they can take amazing photos. There's so many great apps out there. You can do so much to it that there is really no excuse to explore your creativity with a phone. You don't need a big camera these days. Well, I'm sure they're going to hear the same thing over and over again, and that is just to be themselves. Yeah. Don't let anybody tell you that you're on the wrong path, or tell you what their experience was and that's what you should be doing. People who are just beginning out need to explore, and find out who they are, find out what they like, try something, throw it away, try something, incorporate it into something new, but always follow their passion and trust their own inner voice. I am a quilter. I'm a crazy quilter, which is a little bit different, and it's not the old-fashioned quilting like it, where you're piecing pieces, but I take my photography and I print it on canvas, and then I incorporate it into works of art that have different surfaces. So canvas, fabric, cotton, anything that can take a print, I'll put them all together, create some sort of crazy quilt dish kind of thing. It's sort of nouveau crazy quilt, and then frame it, put it or quilt it with a binding quilt and hang it on, make it a wall hanging. So I do love paper and photography. I've done acrylic painting as well, and so I'll take an acrylic painting that I've done, and I'll print a photograph over it, cut it up, and then make some sort of something new out of it. Oh my gosh, I think arts are always important no matter what the economic climate. I think that arts remind us of who we are, emotionally, physically. They tell a story. You can learn history through the arts. You can find somebody's inner life through the arts. You can connect with it. It's a form of communication, and it's an enlightened form of communication. Arts are the purest form of self-expression, and so that goes along with the communication. And when I say arts, I don't mean just what you might see in a gallery. I'm talking about music, and performing arts as well. If they show a work that has emotional meaning for them, they're sharing their inner life instead of talking about it, which sometimes isn't easy for an artist who might be more inner directed. This is a way of them sharing themselves with the world out there and communicating. I'm new.
Welcome.
But that's my favorite aspect. I love being new in places because I get to find out all about this stuff that I never knew. So I'm learning all the time.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite part.